And who knows? Like, if you told me before the Super Bowl that I was going to get dragged out of the Super Bowl in handcuffs, I would have looked at you like.
I just think my thing is like his phone always sucks.
Yeah, which might have been a better.
I mean,
hello.
Are you talking about my phone?
Yeah. So it sounds good now.
Okay, I don't.
Well, last two times you've had on the phone connection's been terrible.
I don't know what to tell you. If this is the way I'm going to be treated the entire time,
I apologize. Did you see the tweet this morning? I just saw it where you do look like right now.
Oh, Eric Clapton.
You look like Unplugged Tears in Heaven, Eric Clapton right now.
Yeah, I'm the one who tweeted that out.
Oh, you did? Okay, well, good tweet. It's true. You look bizarrely like middle-aged Clapton.
Yeah, so someone said that, and they may be onto something. But yeah, you saw that tweet when I tweeted it.
Well, I understand now. I was doing the show and looking through some tweets. I didn't see it was you who did it. It's a good. You know what? You want me to retweet it for you? I'll do it. That's the kind of guy I am.
Oh, thank you.
So I
don't know if that's a compliment or I don't know what it is. It's just a neutral statement of fact.
Okay, you fucking tweeted it. What do you want me to say? Congratulations. I have a question about the Goodell thing. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
Secondly, are you in any way concerned? Let's play it out. Let's say Goodell is a super nice guy. You go down to the basement, you watch the game, and like he's so nice that you have to become almost friends with him. Do you lose something if that happens?
So we're playing this out in your bizarro world.
Correct.
That it happens this way. Do we lose something? Yeah, I guess you do lose something to a degree. The ongoing fight and, the outsider perspective. I think you gain something. I do think there's an element, to be allowed into media day and things like that. I still think we'd make it interesting. But sure, you lose. You lose. I don't exactly know what you'd lose, but you lose the opportunity for, I guess, incidents in the future, like what happened to me at the Super Bowl. That's never going to happen again. And who knows? Like, if you told me before the Super Bowl that I was going to get dragged out of the Super Bowl in handcuffs, I would have looked at you like you had 10 heads. I'd be like, what are you talking about? No chance. So it's hard to predict with that guy what we'd lose. But I'm sure it would be something. I mean, Barstool's not going anywhere.
I know that.
They're right. Well, they're certainly not going anywhere. So as long as he's in power and he hates us, there's for sure going to be conflict down the road. And there's going to be situations like this where a raffle comes out of the blue. So we would lose something, but I'm not 100% sure what it would be. But these ongoing clashes would get phased out for sure. Do you think?
But do you even think that this scenario I laid out is in any way like what if I said what's going to happen? There's no way there's no way.
I don't think there's any way that he's going to let me in. I haven't heard it.
I haven't heard any. I can't imagine. I think you're probably right, but we've always done this, and he always looks bad. But this would look, given where the money is going, this would look particularly bad. No.
Correct, but they'll replace the money. So the way the thing works, I actually had higher bids already placed. It basically, they're $50 increments, and it doesn't let you go above essentially the $50 below you. So I think it was like $250,000. So there was a bid $50 lower than what I was, so that person would get it. Right. And I mean, the NFL has so much money, so I'm sure for charity they'd replace it. I don't think it's going to happen. I mean, I keep going back to the Super Bowl incident. If you're gonna kick me out of that when I was doing nothing, like, I mean, if I was just sitting there watching the game. If they didn't do anything, nobody would have been like, "Oh my God, he was at the game." I mean, I paid for a ticket. I was sitting there, and they dragged me out in handcuffs. If they're going, and then they tried to kick me out of the Patriots Super Bowl party again. So if they're going to do things like that, how are they ever going to let me into his basement? And I've said it. They'll have to give me an address, right? And I'm going to walk down. I'll walk down the street with a high school marching band. I mean, I just don't see any way they're going to allow this to happen. And from everything I know about this guy, and from everybody who's ever talked to him, who knows him, they say that he really doesn't have an ounce of the humility or playing along that we're talking about. He just is not in his DNA. So I don't see it happening.
I know we talk about this all the time. Every time I see, we talk about the Super Bowl the last couple of years. There has to be people around him who are somewhere in that orbit in the NFL offices, who are Barstool fans, who are at the very worst, at least understand the value of embracing us, that you could at least try that. But maybe he's so removed from that. Maybe he really is like in such a bunker that he doesn't even want to have those conversations. Yeah.
I mean, you hear the stories about him, like he orders pizza and nobody's allowed. Right. Yeah. I mean, I think there's an element of truth. There's no other way to explain it, because even kicking me out of like media day, where you have people dressed as like trash cans and everything, like why would he kick us out of that? Like we're not there doing anything unusual. For media day, we're on the tame side of what's going on, but they still, find a way to pick us out and kick us out. So I don't know. There's nothing that has happened with us in the NFL and him specifically that would make me think he's going to play along here. He hasn't shown. I don't even know that he's acknowledged we exist yet.
No, I don't think he has. I tried to talk to him that time when he was. Remember a couple of years ago in Atlanta, or whatever it was. He wouldn't say anything. I just texted you right now the SI cover story of Goodell from like 10 years ago. Peter King wrote it. You got to read the first couple of paragraphs. It's all you need to know about Goodell. It's this story that Goodell clearly told Peter King that he was working at a bar as like a college student, and there was this black guy who came in. There was racial tension, and all of a sudden, like Goodell was the bartender. He's like, "This has to stop right now." And he had a gun, and everyone was like, "Oh, okay, everything's cool now. Roger's here." Never verified. Total bullshit. He wants everyone to think he's like this fucking sheriff tough guy. It's this bizarre persona that I don't really. I mean,
did you see where I started? I heard some grumbling from across the internet last night that I decided I would do a little investigation in, but it essentially, he also, I think, likes people to think he was a star football player.
Correct. So, one of those tricky knee injuries, right?
Yeah. Yes. So I started doing a little digging on my own, and I mean, every single place you go, it's the same quote verbatim. 3-star athlete, captain of the football team, couldn't play in college because of injuries. So I started looking for the injuries. I tried to, that must be a severe injury he suffered to curtail his career. The only thing I found was one guy in 2006 when he was elected commissioner who covered him in high school. And the article basically said, if you mention the name Goodell in this town, he was in like one of the wealthiest towns in Westchester, around there.
His dad was a senator. Right? Yeah.
Yeah. So a white, yuppie, small school conference. And the article said, if you mention the name Goodell, nobody's going to think of Roger because his brother was a far superior athlete. Roger hustled, but he was just a little guy. His best attribute was hustle. That does not sound like a college football player to me. Are you going
to put his feet to the fire face to face with these tough questions?
Well, I wrote an article and I said the beauty of him there is he could bring his hospital records and we could clarify this entire thing.
That's true.
And I'd exonerate him because I don't want these rumors that are starting to spread like wildfire. There was an account BSS 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You disavow that account for the record, right? You do not.
That's why I did the research.
Thank you. Good job. Very good job. By the way, I'm here. I'm joined by Steve Robinson. Also in studio this morning is Mike Geary. Would you like to say hello to Mike, Dave?
No. He's doing his part from what I know. I haven't gotten any reports of him being part of anything. So maybe the punishment will lessen over time here. The thing with that idiot is if we lessen
pussy.
Is that him?
It was his voice. Yes, it was his voice. I think Steve.
So you're putting in little sound, you little cutesy sound effects.
I can't confirm or deny that. I have no idea what's going on. I don't know. Go ahead, continue. I didn't mean to get in the middle of your rant.
Once you allow him to interact, he'll go right back to his bag of tricks because he's so stupid. So that's the only issue.
Yes.
Which part do you disagree with?
Well, I don't know how many bag of tricks he has. I certainly agree he's stupid. I don't know how.
He'll be doing things that irritate me quickly again.
Right. I understand. Anything you want to say to Dave, Mike? The actual Mike?
No, he can't.
He can't. Okay.
No.
Okay. Well, if he
did you just try to? Was that like a forbidden apple trick right there?
Well, if he was legitimately contrite,
he is not allowed to interact. We know the rules. He shouldn't even be in the room. He should be recused.
If he was going to legitimately apologize and be contrite, I thought you might be open to that. It's been a few months.
He always apologizes and pretends to be contrite.
How pathetic was he on the phone with you that day?
Oh, that was a while ago. I was angry. He's the same. He's every time. You talk to him for a couple minutes, and I think even whether he believes I have a point or I don't, he says, I guess I can see your point because I'm the boss.
Fucking Twitter.
What's that?
I do it every day, you dumb fuck.
I think that's... Mike, shut up, please.
Was that Mike?
I think it was.
No jokes. I'm off limits.
I think it was, Dave. Yes, I think it was. I can't control this guy. He's a maniac.
So you're still doing a little soundbite.
You fucking pussy.
All right.
I will say, I thought that was him. I was ready to fire him.
Well, what? It was him. Yes, it was. You want to fire him? Do it right now.
But you're not going to fucking make fun of me. You understand me?
You know how many people who listen to the show every day fucking hate Mike? They are with you on this. You've won even more fans, I think, by your hatred of Mike.
People forget Mike. I know Mike, and he was an intern for a long time. And my hatred towards him really built towards the end of it.
Sure.
And it's just, I heard when you got into something with him, and at one point, when he showed up drunk at your thing up north.
Yeah.
And the way he apologized, the way he went about it, I heard you say, Kirk, I'm starting to get to see what it's hard to actually pinpoint because the way he articulates it, he's very careful, but there's something grating about the way he does it.
I frame 3 words. Woe is me. And that is the fucking thing I hate the most. It's like, what do you want me to do? Like, he showed up, I made it very clear. Don't drink. Don't be drunk. He showed up at that fucking thing hammered and ruined the thing. Should have fired him then.
Yeah, I listened to that one, and he was giving you what he gives me, which drives me nuts, which is the public, I'm sorry, I did so wrong, but there's an undertone to it where he thinks you're fucked up. And yeah,
I agree. Tough. Oh, by the way, and I know you got your thing at 9:30, right?
Yeah, it's a big day. I'm not doing so good, but yeah.
How much did you lose yesterday?
Well, I lost 223 or something, but I was up 250, so that swing is tough to handle.
Where are you at right now overall?
I'm probably down about 700 in this day trading thing, maybe more now, 800, 700 or 800.
Do you feel like you're going to come out on top on this?
No, not necessarily.
Okay.
Dave, when are you going to start investing in Bitcoin?
Never. We had a guy who started a rosé business who used to try to get me into that, and I don't know. I don't understand it. Not that I understand what I'm doing now totally, but Bitcoin. I mean, I'm going to stop doing this once we're allowed outside. So
it's never going to happen. So
yeah, the way we're going, Fauci, he fucked me yesterday.
He fucked you hard. He did. Yes, he did.
He did. That little rat. He fucked me hard. Now, keep in mind, if I was on the other end of it, I'm fine with it. But
sure.
Not when I'm long on everything.
I mean, do you envision a scenario where, like, we only go there a couple times a year, but every time we go there, it's filled with people. There are guests milling in, out. Serious is going on. Do you envision any scenario where, like, Barstool headquarters is again like it was 6-7 months ago?
I think it will be. I don't know when, but I think it will be. I mean, obviously, this is insane, the whole thing. But, humans are meant to interact. I just don't see a world where people aren't allowed to be together. I just don't see it.
Oh, I know I was going to ask you. What's going on with the daddy girls?
Jesus. And I say, Jesus, hopefully they'll be back soon. I am doing my best to let them tell their story.
I'm surprised.
And I'll leave it at that.
I'm surprised, and frankly, I'm surprised you're staying out of it this much. Is it contentious, or is it? I mean, if gun to your head.
Well, I'm
gun
staying out of it in the sense, they're a unique, and I don't want to say similar to you in a sense, but they operate in their own universe to a degree. They're obviously part of Barstool. But if something was going on with Kirk Minihane Show, I would do my best to let the Kirk Minihane Show be the ones who tell their fans what's going on and how
Sure.
it's going. So that is what I'm trying to do my best, but my patience is starting to wear thin.
Well, I would say, though, that the Kirk Minihane Show is far more, though we are not in New York, I'd say far more interactive within the, like, you know,
Totally.
I go on with Eric, or I have Big Cat on all the time. You come on, I talk to these.
Totally.
So, I mean, it feels like they're, and which is fine. Like, listen, they can do whatever they want. I want them to make as much money as they can. But it seems like they really orbit on their own.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Which is fine. I mean, but so if you gun to your head, will they be back or no?
After their contracts are over, or after, or like just ever?
Yeah, just in general. Yeah, either or.
I think they will be back. I think they will be back. I don't know what the future holds for them after like their contracts, but yeah, I think they'll be back in some form.
It seems a strange time in history right now to be negotiating a contract.
Yeah, and it's not really as simple as that either.
No? Okay.
I've never dealt with two people that I just still leave me exasperated quite like they have over the last couple of months. So
yeah, see, I'm not so bad, right?
compared to them,
See?
no.
See?
I
Thank
mean,
you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, we've been fine.
Yeah, no, you look like you're a walk in the park.
Well, we've been fine the last whatever 7. No.
Yeah, we haven't had many. You know, we really haven't had too many blowouts. I don't even remember, and most of them have just centered around Mike, right?
Correct. Yeah, all of them. Yeah, I've done nothing wrong. You're right. It's mostly been Mike, and yet he stays, which is weird.
Steve Robinson, I think.
Sure.
But yeah, most
you
of them.
admitted we were right in that one.
Yeah, we were right about the Albright thing. You know that, in retrospect.
Well, you were correct in that it did not become a big story, and you're right about it. I maintain what I said, but you were right about him.
Yeah, well, there you go. Oh, by the way, and look, I hope you get to hang out with Goodell. I hope you get to do all that. Obviously,
You think I'm going to die in like 2 days?
9 days, May 22nd.
Still feel confident about that?
Well, I mean, when I watch him unpack these boxes, for all I know, it's something to fucking blow up.
He does sound pretty strong on the phone this morning.
You do sound healthier than you've sounded in a while.
Well, maybe I just had a bad connection.
Could be. So whether you die or not, and you know, I like you. I hope you survive it, though. I think you're going to die May 22nd. The day after that, you know, we have thousands of people running in this Dave Portnoy Memorial 5K. Are you going to participate in this event?
Well, so it's a virtual right now?
Yes.
Because
Well, obviously, Dave. Yeah, we're not going to fucking run around. Yeah, it's all over the country, all over the world.
Listen, it wouldn't be the craziest thing I've ever heard if someone told me, hey, Minihane's doing an actual in-person race.
That's true. That's fair. That's a fair point. It's a fair point. No, but we got people from all over the place. We've got the shirts. Eric is running in it. Big Cat's running in it. Are you willing to throw your hat in the ring? Will you run in your own Memorial 5K?
Well, I can't run 5K.
Okay. Will you participate in some way?
Yeah, sure. What do you want me to do?
I don't know. We'll figure something out. We'll figure something out for him, though, Steve.
Yeah.
And by the way, we had your dad on last week. How's he doing? We had him participate in one of our shows. How's he doing? All right.
Yeah. So a quick Mike Portnoy story was pretty typical. They just flew home from Florida the other day. He said it's bedlam, but they aren't good and haven't been for a long time at like getting into a car that's picking them up or being the ones that pick up.
Sure.
Apparently, they felt so much pressure from the police officer telling them to move the cars along at Logan that they just got into the car and just left their luggage on the side of the island area. Very par for the course for them, but they're doing fine.
Do you get worried when your dad's at that age? Like it must. Do you worry about that at all? Like right now or no?
Of him dying?
Well, if he gets sick, he could die. I mean, it's
yeah, totally. Yeah. I'm not. I mean, they don't go out. I think they're following the rules. No, I wouldn't say lose sleep. Like, oh my God. I mean,
no, I know, but
it's strange. The corona, it hasn't affected me personally. I really don't know anybody who has been severely sick because of it. So until that happens, it almost just feels like, and even here in New York City, where I live, it's not nearly as bad as what you read on the news. There's people out now. People getting sick. If you go on the Hudson River, there's a ton of people out.
Right. Yeah, especially now. It's going to be like in the 70s and 80s next week.
Yeah, the weather starts turning. People are, yeah, exactly.
Did Francesa ever reach out to you?
He did not.
That's kind of a dick move, no?
Well, I guess. I mean, you would have heard through the grapevine.
Yeah, he legitimately thought you had it. I mean, if you guys are really friends, if you actually had it, I would have reached out. That seems, I don't know. That seems like kind of a dick move.
Oh, yeah. Not everyone can be the scholar and the gentleman that you are.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that's my point, though. I'm not really. So if that's the baseline and he didn't do that, that's not good.
I mean, I'm closer. Well, first of all, I'm not going to lose sleep over it either way. But you and I are certainly closer. Like, you know, when you had your little incident, I reached out and like, are you going to kill yourself?
Yeah, it wasn't really. I was going to say, I wouldn't really call it. But in your own way, I think you felt bad.
I reached out.
You did. No, yeah, you did. Let me see if I can find it. Because we don't text much.
No, I don't text with anybody much. That's par for the course.
Do you mind if I read the text? I have it right here.
Not at all.
I'm not sure you're supposed to bust balls with someone having suicidal thoughts, but thanks for heads up. Having said that, good luck with getting the help you need. She'll be waiting whenever you get back. That's very nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because I found out that what happened in the Sunday paper.
What's that? Oh, I didn't. You found out from me about me?
You didn't tell me.
What was I going to tell you? Was I supposed to call you the week before?
No, maybe like, hey, I'm going to take a little hiatus. Okay.
Well, I promise you this. It's going to happen again, and next time I will reach out to you before. How's that?
Okay.
I guarantee you in my life there will be another moment like that. When you see that, are you like, I'm curious, because, you know, do you see that and like, oh, this fucking guy? Or is it more like, whatever? Or is it like genuine concern? Which of the three?
What was the first option?
This fucking guy.
No, it's definitely not that. You know, it's more in the concern, and it's not like business related. It's more like, oh, I hope he gets this shit together and gets through this. So that's more of it. It's you know, I'm not going to make it seem like I lose sleep because we're not that close. But it's like, oh shit, that sucks. I hope he gets it together. You know, I'd say we're more friends than not friends.
I agree. I consider you a friend for sure. I mean,
So like somebody in that nature is like, geez, that sucks. I hope he gets it together. It's zero on the business sense. Like what I said, she'll be waiting, and if you never, you know, were able to do it again, I'd still check in next time I heard something about that. So it's more on the personal level.
All right, go do your thing. What was I going to say? I had something else I had to ask you. I forget. But yeah, so you're on at 9:30 today?
Yeah, I go live in 1 minute.
Oh, you go? Okay. All right, fine. I'll talk to you later. Thanks.
All right.
See you, Dave.
I told you he would have fired me. That would have been hilarious.
I don't want you fired. Although you got more money from me on the point.